Hello, and welcome to Planting Joy Gardens. Welcome to Planting Joy Gardens. It is a cold March day, the beginning of March 2024, and the temperatures are all over the place. So we could have a 60-degree day followed by a 20-degree day. But I do have a growing shelter. And what I want to do today is start some onion sets. So I do have this bag of onion sets. I've had it for a while. I didn't plant them all last year. And these onion sets are small young onions. They're about a year old. And what I want to do is get a jump start. So an ideal time to plant onion sets is late winter, early spring. And for me, March is that time. Now, some clues that I have that it's a great time to start my onion sets is that here my perennial Tokyo long onions are growing. They've been growing in this shelter. They were cut clear down to the ground, and you can see how much growth. Even those that are in the ground right outside the shelter, like right here, um, that one's actually growing. So it's telling me that this is a good time to put some sets in. So one thing I'll do is I have a nice little mulch layer here. I'm going to move the mulch out the way. And as you can see, I have had some overwintered lettuce and it's still alive. So as soon as the temperature warms up, I'm sure this lettuce will become an active grower. I have what I believe to be some cilantro seedlings. And cilantro will drop its seeds. And this is like the perfect conditions for cilantro. It likes cool temperatures. I do believe this is cilantro, but I'm not 100% sure. The parent plant is here. So it drops seeds and it's kind of everywhere, which is a great problem to have. So what I'm going to do is try to stick in just a few onions here or there. Onion sets do need loose soil, and so I'm going to try to find some spots where I can stick in a few onions. I am going to loosen it up a little bit because it does not like being in compacted soil. So I'm going to start by amending the soil with just a little bone meal because it is a bulbing plant. Onions are, they benefit from having some bone meal. And then um, I will water it in with a little bit of fish fertilizer. I'm in a northern zone, so this is the right time of year for me to do this. And then I'm just kind of set them and let nature take its course. I will not be babying them. They will get water. Um, okay, so some things to keep in mind is you have to know whether you're in northern US, the middle, or southern, and we all kind of know that. But it determines what kind of onions you'll be planting. So these are very small uh, onion bulbs, and I'm literally just gonna set them on top. They need about 4 inches of spacing. If you set them 4 inches apart, you'll get nice kitchen size onions. If they're further, you'll get even larger onions. So you can see this one is trying to wake up on its own. So we'll set that in and I'll just have it peeking out. You just want to make sure the root end is down. The root is down. Oh, there we go. And the growing part is up. That way your onion does not have to waste energy turning itself in the right direction. And so that the green leaf part can get enough light, carry on photosynthesis, and actually grow. So I'm spacing these about 4 inches apart, and it's a rough measure. I do have a little ruler here. So I'm roughly making, yeah, roughly 4 inches. So I'm just kind of eyeballing. These two are kind of close, so I'll just move it a little bit. And the thing is, you don't want to plant it deep. You want to make sure it's in loose soil. And so now at this point, I will gently cover it over, and there can be soil all over the bulb. Um, it is still cold, so you just want to make sure it's not too deep, but you want to make sure that it's covered to protect it, because this time of year, March, we have the saying in the Midwest, March comes in like a lion and leaves like a lamb. So yeah, March can be quite cold, but we rarely have temperatures that will drop below 20 degrees in March, but we do and will have additional snowfall. And although it's a little chilly today, I do expect temperatures in the 60s for the next 2 weeks. We're going to have a little warming spell. So I am just taking a moment to really water in these onions. All right. Nice water in my rosemary while I'm at it, so I'm not wasting any fertilizer. All right. Perfect. And just make sure we have plenty of mulch here, because the mulch helps to protect us from any severe weather. Let me get a little bit more mulch. So this is my spice bed, and I just added some onions. So I'll have bulbing onions interspersed amongst my bunching onions, which are here, and they're growing real nice. And these are actually ready to be harvested. I'm not 100% sure what's growing here. Okay, so it's hard when it's this small to determine the difference between cilantro and parsley. So I'm not 100% sure what I have growing, but I do have my onions in, and you notice you can't see the onions sticking out, but they are shallowly planted. Some moisture will wake them up, and hopefully we'll get some growth. So this is my March tour. It is March. I did put in some um, onions. I do have my bunching onions, which are growing really well, which signaled to me that this was the right time to plant my onion sets, because my bunching onions, my Tokyo longs, have already started growing quite well. I do have the advantage of a growing shelter to kind of protect against extremes. But onions don't have to be baby, but they will be protected from extremes by being in this shelter. So I'm a little chilled. I'm done for today. Um, I do have some pots here and there that I can add additional onions to, but not today. So I hope this was helpful. It is March. It's a great time for onion sets. Onion sets grow extremely well in late winter in the northern zones and early spring. So it's a great time to get started. Have a great day.